Hey everyone, Rumpelstiltskin here. I'm going to be doing a threading video for a Consew 206RB series of walking foot sewing machines. These are heavy duty industrial sewing machines. They're walking foot and they are complex to thread, and out of all the videos I've seen on YouTube, a lot of them do not thread it correctly, and if they do thread it correctly, it's in such poor video resolution that you can barely tell what they're doing anyway. So I am going to try to give you a high resolution, high definition threading of the Consew 206RB series of walking foot sewing machines. This is on specifically a 206RB-2. Here we go. We're going to be using some thick T90 olive drab nylon bonded thread. You do need bonded thread on these sewing machines. Left hand twist, I believe. And the first is the first pin. I'm trying to get it to focus on there, and naturally it's not cooperating. Let's see if that'll help. All right, it's got a hole on one side and a hole in the other, and this is how we thread that, and then we go down to the mechanism. Now there's many different ways to do this, but essentially what you're doing is you're going in from the side, wrapping it around to the rear, and coming out the front, and that way it takes the thread, just wraps it around, and then you begin to go to the mechanism, the tension mechanism. All right, here we are at the thread tensioning mechanism. Don't know the real technical name for this assembly right in here, but it is it is what controls the tension and feeding of the top thread. And we're going to show you how I thread it. I start in this hole. Come on. I'm a little far away from it because of the camera, so my eyes are a little harder to see. And then what I do is I thread it through this side. And I've seen people thread it like here and around and then out through here and around and out through there. But I found that that didn't work for me on what I was sewing, which is heavy duty nylon and webbing and so forth. I found this pattern a lot better at keeping the thread from breaking during the operation. So anyway, now that you have it through this hole, thread is going this way, you take it around the tension assembly, and I usually hold the thread right like that, and then you pull it down through into the tension assembly, and then I bring it around, and there's a little pin right there. I don't know if you, a pin right there. That's part of the pin that keeps the tension shims from turning. But you want to go around that little pin, and you wiggle it a little bit, and you get the thread into there. So that way the thread is going fully around the tension mechanism, and that is where a lot of the videos that I've seen on YouTube make an error on. They run it through here and then right down through here into this. You're not getting your full tension capability there. Bring it through the pin. When it's through the pin, it should be coming out like this. Then you bring it down into, not sure what this device is called, but it has the tension spring there, and you bring it up until it pops into this little hook right here. You'll bring it and it'll pop through, and the thread will be on the back side of this disc. And once you have it through there, then I just pop it right into there, into the arm. Come on, eyes, get it in there. There we go. All right, and then I bring it down, pop it back into the guide, pop it into that guide right there, and then slide it into the felt guide right there. That is how you thread the tension mechanism. Remember, keep it over this pin. And it also helps that you have the foot up so that this mechanism is pushed out so that there is looseness. If you try to thread this with the foot down, there's no tension there. That's when the tension begins to put onto the thread. So do that with the foot up and back around through here and up through there. Alright, now for the next section is putting the thread through the needle and attaching it to the needle bar. You'll notice that there's a little hoop right here on the needle bar. The thread needs to go in that hoop, but what I do is I start and put the needle in first, or the thread through the needle first, bring it through, and then I take the thread and put it into the hoop. So that is how the thread should come down from the tension assembly and from the arm into this felt guide, into that hoop, and from the left side to the right side through the needle. Now the needles have a groove on the left hand side right here. There's a long groove and there's a little indentation on this side. This is how you want the needle to sit in the machine. These needles are round. They are not keyed or de-keyed like a lot of modern home sewing machines are. These are round needles up in here. So you have to manually turn the needle in the proper position when you tighten down the needle. So the groove, the long groove, needs to be on the left side as, you know, best to 90-degree left as you can do. It's not, doesn't have to be perfect, but you do need it on the left-hand side. And then the thread comes through the right side. Then what I do is I just put the needle down just a little bit, and I'll take my little snip and I will bring the thread down through the hole, the foot, one of the walking foot, the middle walking foot, and then I will have the upper assembly properly threaded. This again is for a Consew 206RB series walking foot sewing machines. Now we're going to take out the bobbin and I'll show you how I do that. So let me reach in here. All right, on the bobbin, I'll take this out. All right, you want to have the bobbin thread going clockwise. Here is your bobbin holder. You're going to put it in this way, bring it down into the groove right there, and then pull it up till it snaps into that hole right there. Then what I do is I just bring it around. Now these bobbins have a little, the newer style have a little tension mechanism in there to keep the bobbins from spinning wildly if you're sewing really fast, which these machines can sew very fast. But I've reduced mine down with a special motor and pulley configuration that is a lot slower than what the potential of these machines are. For what I do with nylon and outdoor gear, tactical gear and so forth, that was just way too much speed than you need for that application. So I slowed it down. So anyway, you take the lever of the bobbin, and this lever pinches on the bobbin and then holds it in there so it doesn't fall out. So you've got your assembly in there. I take it under the desk. I probably should try to show you that, but it's very difficult to show that. And you pop it in there. And here's my finger through here. I'm going up through here. And the thread is just hanging right through there. Then I will take this and thread it down and bring it back up until where the arm is fully vertical again, and I'll pull the bobbin thread through. And I'll use my little trusty little pointing scissor for that. And there we have a threaded Consew 206RB series walking foot. If you like the video, please like and thumbs up the video, and look for more on the Consew as I get around to making them. Thanks. Rumpelstiltskin signing off.